Hello. So, I wanted to do this video now because I wanted to talk about the meditation I just did. I timed it and I did 32 minutes. 32 minutes straight. That's the longest I've done it continuously. Continuously in a quiet, very absolutely quiet environment where there was really no distractions. I think I might have done it that long or a little bit longer on the subway. I've been meditating on the subway, and but I guess because there's a lot of stimulation and a lot of noise on the subway, the thoughts of the noise and the stop gets announced in between. When they're coming up to a stop, the announcer or the recording tells you what stop's coming up. So there's always sort of noise, and there's always a bit of a racket going on. But I still find I get a good meditation in on the subway. So this one I just finished was the first one I did. Like I said, in a total quiet, dark, solitary environment, and my cat didn't bug me for once. Usually my cat starts, it's like she knows I'm trying to meditate. She'll start doing weird stuff and come around me and start scratching on everything. It looks like my cat's just chilling right now, so I'm glad she decided to leave me alone. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself. I would just like to say, for anybody who meditates, for me, when I started out, it was frustrating. Like I thought I wasn't doing it right, and I kept thinking this can't be right, and I'm not feeling any effects, and I kept asking people I knew, like, I don't think I'm doing it right, and it turns out I was, right? So for anybody new, I just want to say, like, hang in there, because it'll take a few times and you'll be frustrated a bit at first. Another thing I learned as well is start off small and build from there. Today I was actually hoping to shoot for an hour because I saw a video of this guy who does an hour every day. So I was feeling like, I have the time, and I feel pretty relaxed that, hey, let's try to do an hour today. Let's try to accomplish that. But no, I couldn't do an hour. It was too long. And because I've only done 32 minutes is my record up till now, then that just goes to show, like, I shouldn't be shooting for an hour. Like, maybe next time I do it, I should shoot for 35 minutes and then 40 minutes and so on and so forth. But again, if you're starting out, I'd say even start just doing 5-minute ones. I kept getting stuck before on 8 minutes. For some reason, I would be stuck on 8 minutes would hit, and I'd be wanting to crawl through my skin. I also find the best way to do it is to not time yourself. So when I first started, I would notice the time and then close my eyes, and then when I'd open them, just add how much time that I've done. I didn't find this to be a good way. You're very tempted to check how long it's been, and then you're guesstimating in your head how long it feels like it's been, and that's, for me, I felt like that was the worst way to do it. So then somebody told me about a timer. So on my phone, I have a timer, right? Like, just like a basic timer. You set a certain time, and then you go until it times out. That also works. That works way better than the first method I told you. But I feel like it's still, for me, sometimes I'm still like, oh, how come it hasn't rang yet? And I must be close. I must be halfway there at least. I'm always sort of trying to calculate how much time has passed. That's why I feel like I get good ones done on the subway, because I just do it, and I don't look at the time, and I say I'm going to meditate for as long as I can, and I don't set like a time amount. So I think after a while I won't set a time amount. I'll just set for as long as I feel like doing it. Like maybe someday I'll do it for 20 minutes and feel great, and then some days I'll do it for 40, and some days only 5, right? So I think I'll just go with what my body does. But I'm not gonna lie, I want to try doing an hour. Like, I always like to set little goals, and just to say that I did it. I meditated for an hour. Like, just seems like a pretty cool accomplishment, because a month ago that's something I thought that I would never be able to do, is an hour. So 32 minutes today, so that's pretty cool. My voice sounds really tired. I'm like so relaxed right now. And then I just wanted to mention, so during the meditation, I was very, very relaxed. I've had before where like you get a feeling of joy and like bliss, and you start almost like giggling, like smiling for sure, and then sometimes as far as giggling, I've had that before. You just feel really nice, and it's like, I don't know, you just feel like giggling, and it's a pretty cool feeling. Haven't had that in a while, but then on today's meditation, I at one point felt such an overwhelming body feeling of bliss, that I swear I thought I was gonna cry. Like I felt like tears were about to come out, and my body was just, I don't know if tingling is the word, but my body had sensation all over it. And I had the urge to cry. Then I think I thought about it too much, and then it sort of went away. So I think if I would have just, I don't know, tried to not think about it so much, maybe I just would have started crying. I don't know, but it felt good. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty neat, and I was like, I was kind of blown away by it. Then once that feeling passed, then I sort of felt like I couldn't get into it anymore. It's almost like I reached like a peak, like an orgasm or something. And then after that, it's hard to get into it right away. So lucky, I guess that happened around the 30-minute mark, or maybe 28-minute mark. And I tried for another few minutes, but I just couldn't get my head into it. I just had felt that joy and elation or whatever I felt there, and then I just thought, you know what, the rest, I feel like I'm battling this now, and I'm really trying to meditate and try to get to breathe, and it just didn't feel natural anymore. So I was content, and I just said, okay, I'm gonna cut it short here, whatever time it may be. I thought it was about 40 minutes, but I looked at the clock, and it was about like I said, 32 minutes, which is pretty cool. Like I said, it's the longest I've ever done it, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm happy. So that's about it. I just wanted to talk about that at this point. So for anybody learning to meditate, like it's very worth doing, and I just find like I get less irritable, less stressed out and tense right away in certain situations. There's a whole host of benefits to meditation, including, warding off Alzheimer's and making your brain more effective, and obviously releasing stress and tension, and being more mindful, thinking in the moment when you're not meditating. There's just so many good effects, but from all my research, it is like exercise, and you do need to keep it up to feel the effects. One of the things that got me really pumped about meditation because before I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, and what's meditation good for, blah blah blah. I watched a video where Jerry Seinfeld did a talk in front of a TM group, TM Transcendental Meditation. That's the type of meditation that Jerry Seinfeld does, and a lot of other famous people. You can Google Transcendental Meditation and see what that's all about. So yeah, I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. So number one, I was like, oh, cool. Jerry meditates, right? That's pretty cool. But the thing that got me was, so he did 10 seasons of the show, and he was saying, my name's on the show, so I was literally working like 24/7, and I had to do, especially the early years, like editing and acting and writing and directing and everything. Like the amount of work he had to put into the show for 10 straight seasons was absolutely insane. And he said if it wasn't for meditation, there's no way he could have done it. Every day during shooting, at lunchtime, when everybody would go off for lunch, he would go by himself and meditate. Can't remember how long he said he did, but he did it every day without fail. And he literally said there's no way on earth he would have been able to do the show at such a high level and be as effective as he was without the meditation. He gives the meditation a huge amount of credit. And as far as energy goes, I'm assuming this gave him a lot of brain power, but energy is the thing that he mentioned as well. And the analogy that resonated with me is he said, this meditation, it's like, two things he said. Those mornings you wake up and they only happen like maybe once, twice a year at the most. You wake up and you actually feel rested. You actually feel like that was an amazing sleep, and I feel just amazing right now and ready to take on this day, and I'm going to have the best day. When you have those mornings, he's like, when you do meditation, it's like having that all the time and every day. And for me, I was like, wow, I would love to have that, because I'm not a morning person, and mornings for me are like brutal, like not good at all. Never really have been. But I'm thinking, wow, I gotta try this meditation, because I would love to wake up and feel like yes, like absolutely amazing. But the reality is I don't. I don't. And I don't even have those days once or twice a year where I feel absolutely amazing when I wake up. Well, maybe, okay, probably once or twice, but majority of the mornings it's like zombie mode. So that, and then he also said it's like having your cell phone batteries on 100% all the time. So when your cell phone's on like 2% and it's annoying, you're conserving it and all that. Well, your cell phone, if you meditate, is on 100% all the time. So that was a pretty cool analogy, and I thought, yeah, I gotta get on board for this stuff. Yeah, I was gonna mention something else. Jerry Seinfeld, meditation. I don't know. It'll come to me. I'll talk for another minute, and then I'll sign off. Maybe I'll remember. But yeah, so meditation, good. I'm going to keep trying to do it. It's not easy to try to do every day. I'm not going to lie. Not working at the moment. I do have the luxury of having a wide open schedule, and I think it's hard to meditate if okay, I have an hour, but I do have to be somewhere in an hour. When you meditate, in the back of your head, you're still thinking about your next appointment or whatnot. So I do realize, and I feel blessed that I have this time to, I guess, master meditation. So then when I'm back to working full time, I'll be good at it and can, just sneak off for 20 minutes and get a really, really good meditation in there. So yeah. Anyway, if I remember that other fact I was going to mention about meditation, I will bring that up in another video. I'm sure I'll be talking about meditation a lot more, the way I do it, and just things that I've learned along the way, because I'm always learning about new techniques and variations and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, meditation, good. So yeah, thanks for listening, and if you have any questions, let me know. Questions about meditation, because I know when I was first doing it, I had a lot of questions, and I really got benefit from asking people who felt like, you know, they were good at it and did it for a long time. Felt like I got a lot of benefit from asking them questions. So please feel free to ask anything, and hope you have a great day or night or whatever time it is there. Thanks. Bye.